You're watching live streaming of the Masters National Championships from Eagle Creek Reservoir here in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Remember this from this morning, very tight racing here in the men's Open G singles. Lane 1 closest to shore is Rich Seatek of Detroit. Charles Barden next to him, 612 Endurance in lane 2. Lane 3, Patrick Hamner of Dallas. Lane 4, Scott Pape of Riverfront Recapture, posting the fastest time out of the heats in this race. Lane 5, the winner of Heat 2, Helmut Longinus of Ruder Club Bergedorf. Lane 6, Edward Gay of Narragansett. William McRae of Austin in lane 7, and closest to us on screen and farthest from shore is Daniel Schley.
Here we go. Earlier we saw Helmut Longinus from the Ruder Club Bergedorf out with a strong start and just left the field behind. Looked surprised about how quick he left that field behind, but right now he might be surprised how much competition he's getting from Scott Pape of Riverfront Recapture right beside him. In the meantime, in hot pursuit as well, Edward Gay from Narragansett, who had a very strong heat. William McRae from Austin following that Narragansett boat. Then on the far side, Patrick Hammer of Dallas, and the boat of Charles Barden of 612 Endurance. But out front, here's a battle shaping up here, Grace. Quite a battle between Helmut Longinus and Scott Pape.
Absolutely. Scott Pape was about 3 seconds faster than Helmut in the heats, but Helmut looks to have some good experience here in this crew to try to stave that off. But it is Scott Pape just taking a move here. Moving about halfway up, the bow ball of Helmut is now sitting on the seat of Scott Pape as we cross the 500-meter line.
Quite a move from Scott Pape. Those 3 seconds could come in handy in the final 500. Reaching for the gold in the men's Open G single final. Edward Gay of Narragansett still in the fight, as is William McRae from Austin right behind him. Off the pace and a little to the back, it's Charles Barden of 612 Endurance and Rich Seatek from Detroit. On the outside, though, Daniel Schley from Saugatuck is sticking with William McRae from Austin as they pursue Edward Gay from Narragansett.
It's still Scott Pape and Helmut out in front. Helmut not letting Scott Pape walk away with that so easily. Looking back at the times in the heats as well, only a second separated the scullers that are in line for that third place position. So Charles Barden, Hamner, and Gay were only separated by a second in the heats. Coming into here, a little bit of an upset, but we do see that now Helmut is climbing into the early lead that Scott Pape had on him leading into the 500-meter mark.
Into the red boys. Race for the gold on between Helmut Longinus from Ruder Club Bergedorf in Hamburg and Scott Pape from Riverfront Recapture in Hartford, Connecticut. An international duel happening right now between Pape and Longinus. They are going side by side into the final portion of this race. Edward Gay looks to have a secure hold on the bronze for now, at least for right now, but out front, the battle for the gold between Helmut Longinus and Ruder Club Bergedorf. Scott Pape from Riverfront Recapture right there with him. They are bow ball to bow ball here. Call the end, Grace.
Absolutely. Look at Helmut crossing the line. He's trying to get ahead, trying to shorten up the strokes. Will he get his bow out ahead just mid-stroke? And it looks like Helmut has snuck a gold medal out of this race over Scott Pape of Riverfront Recapture. What a fantastic sprint in this men's Open G single. Crossing the line there, we have Edward Gay of Narragansett in that 4th place position. In the high vis, we have Daniel Schley. Tightly there, William McRae, and 612 Endurance, Charles Barden.
Big push from Charles Barden at 612 Endurance, just quite couldn't make it back. Here comes Rich Seatek from Detroit. He just missed out to, I think, Daniel Schley and William McRae, but quite a show in the men's Open G singles here at the Masters National Championships.
Yeah, you don't typically think to see a photo finish there at the end of a single, but we may have had one.
And nice to see the Helmut, that little bit of strategy with a little half stroke to catch a big one right before the finish and pull himself by.